and go boom here. Is he focus sash, and can I 1-hit KO the Excadrill from full being resisted? See how powerful the Regieleki actually is. I get the double KO! This is what we need. This is what I needed. Okay, this is perfect. So I get a free belly drum now. Perfect. No sash either, I'm surprised. No focus sash, kilowatt or anything. And that actually 1-hit KO'd the Excadrill from full. Even being resisted, that's crazy. I outspeed the Lycanroc. Get out of here. Get one-shotted into oblivion. This is what this team is so fun to use. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G, VGC. This is actually one of the coolest teams I've probably featured in recent memory. There's actually a team around Calyrex Shadow, Explosion, Normal Terra, or Regieleki, and EISCUE. EISCUE is a mon that actually, its stats are pretty bad, and like you have never really seen this thing played at all. It has a real okay niche in singles where you can actually get like a free belly drum off and stuff, but I have not seen this thing used at all in VGC. It has a really cool ability in Ice Face that gives you like a physical damage resistance, pretty much like Mimikyu's Disguise, but it only works for damage, physical damage moves. So like you get a free, pretty much a free substitute to like any type of physical damage for one turn, and it can actually be reset with snow actually resetting it. So I'll put like with the snow actually going up, not when snow is on the field like every turn, but like the turn snow actually relaunches, it actually makes your Ice Face actually work again. So we don't have that on this team, but there's actually a team I'm actually going to build around myself. I actually had my own team on Showdown around EISCUE, which I was going to end up building myself. It was a little bit more different than this, but I ended up just deciding not to bring it into the game because it was going to be a lot more work than it was really worth, especially for a team that I was probably not only going to use maybe like a few times anyways, and just leave the rental code active until the end of Regulation G in about a month and a half. So ended up finding this team around EISCUE. Someone actually passed me this team on Discord, so this one actually looks really, really good. A little bit different, just mainly because the Alolan Ninetales ain't on here either, which is kind of weird, but we're going to try it out. The team that I actually had on Showdown I was actually building around was like more of an Aurora Veil team with like Kieran Black. This one actually has Calyrex Shadow, so mine was Kieran Black, Alolan Ninetales, EISCUE, and I think it had Meowstic, or not Meowstic, Indeedee female with like Psychic Terrain to prevent priority moves, and then there's a few other things. I forgot what else was really on there. I think it was Golden Go, and I forgot what the last mon was. Probably Chi-Yu. I think it was either Chi-Yu or Chien-Pao. I forgot which one it was, but decided not to bring that team in game, so I'm going to be featuring this for you guys. Today we're going to run through this team. One other thing I actually wanted to talk about real quick before we get into this. I appreciate all your guys' support on the recent videos as well, whether it's the Regulation G content, especially with Regulation G being kind of boring right now. We're kind of just waiting until double restricted drops at the end of April of August here, so appreciate you guys' support on the Regulation G session videos with some of the more recent stuff, and all the other content I've been throwing up, whether it's Apex Legends or Overwatch 2. Really appreciate it, and just kind of want to thank you guys for all the support recently. It really means a lot. So without further ado, we'll top right into this team. Rental code up in the corner if you guys want to use this team yourself. Rental code right there. I don't have a paste for this team, but I'm sure if you guys do some digging online, you can maybe find a paste somewhere for it. So this team actually has the Calyrex Shadow with the leftovers, which is kind of interesting. Most Calyrex Shadows that I actually see usually are running like either Specs or Sash. I've seen a few Assault Vest ones to kind of make them a little bit more specially bulky for a few things, but kind of interesting with the Terra Fairy, Draining Kiss, Nasty Pot, and Astral Barrage. So got to be kind of careful for Wide Guard. That's going to be one thing. You got the Choice Banded Terra Normal Explosion Regieleki on this team with the E-Speed, Electro Whip for speed control, and you got the Supercell Miss Slam on there that I hate. The main thing you're going to be doing this thing is actually pairing it alongside the EISCUE. Banded Terra Normal Explosion, if it's not immune or like resistant to anything on the other side of the field, pretty much one-shots everything if they don't have a Sash. And with Ice Face, you actually get a free turn of Belly Drum setup. So that's kind of cool, and that if that can work with this team, you can maybe get some really clutch kills. That'd be kind of cool. The main problem is EISCUE's base speed, I think, is like 50 base speed. So even with max speed, it's really slow. That's going to be kind of the problem. We're going to have to try to play around here. But you have options here to kind of play around it. You have mainly Rage Powder and a few other things to kind of keep the EISCUE a little bit more survivable. So you got the Terra Water EISCUE with the Citrus Berry, like I talked about. You got the Chimpow with the Sash. It's a really standard set, kind of the exact same set I've pretty much been running on a lot of mine. Eviolite, Clefairy, just mainly there for the Friend Guard and kind of direct moves away and keep everything really healthy. And then you have the Humongous on the team with the Covert Cloak. And the Covert Cloak is just mainly for like stat lowering stuff and mainly for fake out. I think that's what it's for. So Marcelo's team does. I've not tested this team yet, but I'm going to do a few testing games like I usually do with all these teams and see how it goes, and then we'll open some games. Alright, we are here with the game. My opponent's running a Calyrex-Ice team, so it's going to be kind of a problem. They also have snow, which is an issue. What do I actually want to do here? This is going to be a really tough game. It's going to be such a tough match. I kind of just want to explode turn 1. Like, I really do. I just want to go lead Regieleki and just try to drop a boom turn 1 here. But I don't know if I can actually do that because he does have double fake out on his team, which is kind of a problem. That's one thing I really don't want to kind of play around here, so I got to be careful of that. I think I'm going to lead EISCUE Regieleki here. He might have Trick Room on his team too, I'm not 100% sure though. I kind of want to bring the Mungus. The Mungus ain't too bad here, but I think I'll bring Calyrex in the back. And I think I'll actually bring a Mungus here. That way if he does set up Trick Room, I have something to counter his Trick Room. I think that's what I bring here. It's going to be a really tough team to use. Like, a lot of my testing games, this team's really hit or miss. I don't know, a lot of my testing games, I had one game that went really well, but then like the other 2 games, I kind of got destroyed. You get kind of overwhelmed with like little things that end up going wrong for you. And there's a lot of like stuff that needs to go incredibly like in your favor to make this team really work. At least that's what I've been finding out really so far. Fake out's one thing this team does not like. That's why, at least with the team I built around EISCUE on Showdown, I actually had Terrain on my team for fake out because I think that's kind of a problem. Me to break the ice face on the EISCUE too. A few other things. He does lead Incineroar here, which kind of sucks. I mean, I'm not really too worried about this though, am I? I'm choice banded. I don't know if I want to go Terra on this first turn here, if I just want to go for Electro Web. I think I'm probably going to get faked out on this turn. I probably am here. No, we're going to YOLO. I think I'm going to go Terra normal here, and I'm just going to go for Boom. I'm going to Boom this turn, and then I'm going to go for a Belly Drum here. Something that's getting faked out, I think the Regieleki is going to get faked out here, but if I can get a free, like, Belly Drum off here, and I can get like an Electro Web off on this next turn, I can get some huge damage onto the Incineroar. I can probably one-shot the Incineroar even still being at like +5. Fake, which sucks. The Aurora Veil. Through the Aurora Veil, will a +5 EISCUE with Liquidation be able to one-shot an Incineroar from this range? We're gonna find out, because I'm kind of forced to kind of go for like Electro Web on this next turn. That way I'm able to outspeed. I think that's kind of what I do here. Just mainly for damage too. I wish I would have never Terra'd. I think I should have never Terra'd on this turn. I wish I would have went for Terra Water on the EISCUE. Would have been a little bit better. I do have the defense boost though, which is one thing I have going for me in the snow. So he set the snow up for me and kind of gave me a little bit of a boost there. So we're going to see how much Liquidation does here. I don't know if it's going to do that much because like I'm only at +5 instead of +6. And like he also has a Veil up, so technically that's only like +4. And like Eisue is not the strongest thing. He has like 80 attack, base attack, which ain't the greatest either, so that barely does anything. He actually even still outspeeds me with the Electro Web speed drop. I get the KO almost on the Incineroar. That's actually not bad. It's actually Citrus Berry, that's surprising. I'm hoping he actually just goes after the EISCUE here, which he does. That's perfect. That is perfect. That's great. So I think what I actually do here is I'm actually just going to boom. I'm going to go boom on this turn. I want the Regieleki out of here. Oh, I forgot I'm choice banded. I forgot I'm choice banded into Electro Web. Well, that sucks. That kind of sucks. Does the liquidation from this range, though? I mean, I guess it probably is go after the Incineroar here. I might be able to live a Blizzard. Not sure, though. It comes down to if it gets like a really low roll here. Like, that does nothing to him at all. Him being at -2 now, though, I actually outspeed the Ninetales on this next turn, so... I don't think I actually get the KO from this range on the Ninetales, especially with liquidation not being stabbed. Gets rid of the Regieleki. I wish I would have saved my Terra. That's one huge regret I've had for this match so far. Because the normal Terra didn't do shit for me, and I kind of just wasted it. I wish I would have went normal Terra, or like, saved my Terra, or not normal Terra, like Water Terra on the EISCUE, or like saved it for later in the game. I think I'm kind of going to Calyrex here, though. And, what is that? Is that the... That's the Urshifu, okay. The only shitty thing here is, like, he's behind a screen with the Aurora Veil, so that's kind of the problem here. I'm gonna go for Astral Barrage, and, like, I think I should be able to outspeed the Ninetales here, so I'm just gonna go for Liquidation here. He's gonna Terra, probably Terra Water. It's kind of one thing that EISCUE really struggles with, too, is you can't hit your Urshifu at all. Unless you run like Terra Fairy or something with like Terra Blast or something, but you can't touch your Shifu at all with like water and ice stabs. I guess ice stab and water coverage. He's choice scarfed. Choice scarf for Shifu. Which an Astral Barrage does. If we can get rid of the Ninetales here, that'd be pretty good. Oh, that's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough. I do get rid of it, though. So the EISCUE got, like, pretty much 2 kills here, which ain't too bad. My only shitty thing now is, like, I'm kind of forced to, like, sack something off here, and, like, I can't really do much to Urshifu. He has his own Calyrex, too, so... Under screens and under snow, this thing is like unkillable. What do I have in the back? I think I have Amoonguss. Why I wish I kept my Terra too. If I would have went like Terra, safe like Terra Fairy or like Steam Amoonguss Terra, like Terra Dark would have been pretty good here. It's mainly for the Calyrex. I don't think it really pays protecting here. Something dies on this turn. I think something goes down. I don't know, both of my moves that like are resisted, so I think I'm just going to go after the Urshifu here, and hopefully it's enough to get the KO on the Urshifu from this range. Depends what he takes out here. I think he just goes after Calyrex, because it's more of a threat to his team. The EISCUE, the problem with the EISCUE is like, even at being at like, what, +4 or +5 now, him having a screen still up, and like him having the defense boost now, like I still don't do much to him. I think he just wins here, if I'm being real. If I don't get the KO here, he just wins. That doesn't do nearly enough. I live a high horsepower. I live because of the defense boost. That's crazy. So that's huge. That's actually not bad. I don't know if it really matters that much, though, because... I don't know if it really matters here, actually, because I need my Terra. I needed my Dark Terra here. I can go for Rage Powder to try to get the KO on the Urshifu to make it a 2v1, but I think he just goes for Glacial Lance here. I think Glacial Lance just gets the KO on me. I'm gonna go for Ice Spinner, I'm gonna make this play, but... I don't know, I think Glacial Lance is what he goes for here. I can live a Surging Strikes, like I'm not worried about that at all. It just comes down to what he clicks, and if he goes for highest horsepower, that'd be the best case scenario, but like there's no reason at all for that. You just click Glacial Lance and win the game here, pretty much. And like being that I'm slower than the Calyrex, like I can't outspeed him and get a Spore off, so... EISCUE, at least in this game, got pretty much like 3 kills, so... That's probably the most it's gonna get in like this entire session, if I'm being real. Yeah, this Glacial Lance, I lose. The one big mistake I made this match is not saving my Terra, because if I would have saved my Terra Dark there, I maybe wouldn't have been able to live that, and I could have just maybe protected there or something. I guess I would be forced to try to go for a Rage Powder there anyways. I think I might have lost anyways there, but I wish I would have had my Terra. I kind of wasted my normal Terra there, and I got no value out of it at all. So, EISCUE put in the work though. Got 3 kills. I just wish it went a little bit more in our favor. That's the kind of the problem with the team I've been finding, especially in a lot of my testing matches. Like, you need a lot of shit to go your way to make this team really work. It's kind of one of those teams. But when you can get it to work, man, is it really fun to play. It's fucking hilarious. So, I'm going to try to make it work for you guys. We had a pretty good showcase of the EISCUE here, at least. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we are actually going against a Regulation F team that looks like almost a mono dragon team. My opponent's really weak to Fairy. Unfortunately, the only thing I have that's Fairy on my team is the Calyrex. But he has no wide guard at all, which is great. I think Calyrex looks so good here. If I actually really want to win, I think I just play for Calyrex in this game. But I'm not going to. I'm going to play for the EISCUE here again, I think. If the EISCUE also looks really good here, because he has 3 dragons. And he has like a bunch of stuff that it gets hit by neutral damage, either from ice type damage or like water damage, so... I'm actually going to lead the EISCUE, and I'm going to lead with the Regieleki here again. I'm going to bring the Calyrex in the back if I need it for Terra Fairy. It looks really good versus him. And if he wants to go like Terra E-Speed, Terra Normal E-Speed, that counters that as well. What else do I want to bring here? Chen Pao ain't too bad either, I guess. I think Chen Pao's my last mon that I bring here. Clefairy ain't too bad either, just mainly because he has so many dragon types, but one of them's probably like Terra Steel. If there was any game that it's going to work, it has to be this match. I think we can maybe make it work here. Okay, Ogerpon Garchomp, that's not bad. Worst case scenario here is if he goes for Spiky Shield on this turn. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go for Belly Drum turn 1. And I'm going to go for... He has no Fake Out either here, so that's perfect. I'm just going to go for Terra Normal Choice Banded Explosion turn 1. That's what we're going to do right here. The worst case scenario is if he goes for like Double Protect or like Spiky Shield. Or he's going to withdraw. That's good though, like whatever you're going into, it's going to be still taking an explosion damage. Unless you're like multi-skill Dragonite, he'll probably still live. But like something's dying here, unless he's Sash. Holy shit, can this work? Can this work? Banded Terra Normal Explosion right here. Or if he's Scarf Garchomp, he might outspeed me, but he's not. How much damage does do? How much damage does do? Wait, oh, he's Sash. He's Sash Garchomp. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta be able to live a hit here, because my Ice Face actually breaks because of this. I gotta be able to at least live 1 hit here, and I have enough health to actually go for a Belly Drum. At least get the KO on the Dragonite though, that's huge. I outspeed the Garchomp, okay. I just need to be able to at least live a hit from him though. With the Citrus Berry, can I take 1 hit from this thing, like an Earthquake or a Dragon Claw? Earthquake. Can I live this? I live on 27. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think I actually just go into Calyrex here. Like, Calyrex looks so good. Let's get a free +1 boost here, too. Kinda sucks that he was Focus Sash, because I might have got a free turn and I still would have been behind my Ice Face. So I would have had a free hit left in me to be able to kind of do free damage. That kind of sucks. That's kind of the main problem with this team. Like, you need everything to go your way. And if they have like a Sash or like something that prevents them from like dying or living some of your moves, it's kind of the problem you're going to have. I don't know. I'm going to go for Ice Spinner here onto the Ogerpon, then I'm just going to go for Astral Barrage. Then I go for Terra here. This is a +6 Ice Spinner though. Will I outspeed the Ogre Pond? I outsped the Garchomp somehow. So he must be a really slow, bulky Garchomp. He must be too, because I think Earthquake probably would have killed him if he wasn't like more of a bulky sedge. Just nothing to Ogre Pond, but I get the +1 boost. That's what I really want here. I outspeed the Ogre Pond. How much damage is due to him? It almost gets the KO. I actually hope he goes after the Calyrex. He does. That's great. That is so good. Thanks for going after the Calyrex, bro. It gives me another free turn to do something here. He has Excadrill. If he's not max speed, I might actually be able to outspeed him. I'm also at +1 here as well. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for Ice Spinner onto the Excadrill. And then I'm going to go for Astral Barrage here. I think he might just Spiky Shield and then... Actually, Ice Shard. It doesn't do nearly enough, though. It almost one-hit KOs the Excadrill.
Mr. McMahon, we have a problem, else.
My problem is...
What do you, Mr. McMahon, we have a problem. They're here, they're in the parking lot.
You stay here! You stay here with Stephanie! You take me to him! Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go, 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 go! Go!
He rage quits! He rage quits on me! The EISCUE made this guy fucking rage quit. You gotta be kidding me, bro. What a loser you are. You couldn't even let EISCUE get the final kill of the match. What a fucking loser you are. That's sad. Oh, it actually might still do it though. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was gonna... It was just regenerating my ice face because the game ended. So that's what that was, but I thought it was gonna attack still, but... Maybe still get the KO there just to see how much I'd be able to win the game with that, but... Wow. EISCUE making people rage quit, y'all. I had never thought an EISCUE team would make people rage quit. I mean, granted, it was probably the Calyrex he didn't like, but at the same time, like, what he should have did there is he should have never went for Ice Shard. He should have just hoped that he outsped the EISCUE, and then tried to either go if he... Usually they carry Earthquake as coverage on Excadrill, or just go for, like, whatever else he had into the Calyrex slot, try to still win. That's what I would have did. Usually if you're running like max speed, you'll for sure outspeed the EISCUE because I think I'm like base 50 speed, so yeah, that or he had no speed investment and he knew he was dead and he probably was going to lose, but what a loser. Kind of a short match, so I might include an extra match for you guys in this video, but I'm going to hop into another one. I'm not going to waste any more guys' time. Alright, we actually got another really cool team here. My opponent actually has the Excadrill with no sand, kind of really weird. Excadrill, Kilowattrel, Meowscarada, Lycanroc Dusk. I have not seen that in VGC in forever. Galarian, Slowbro, and Scissor. Really cool team. Kind of unique. I don't know what his team really wants to do. I think what I actually do is I'm going to lead EISCUE again. I'm just going to lead EISCUE here. EISCUE actually is pretty good into a lot of his team because the Water Ice just hits pretty much everything for like at least neutral damage. Like Explosion hits everything on his team as well. Apart from like the Lycanroc and I guess the Scissor for like, I guess neutral damage. It's resistant on like 3 of his bonds, but still, should still do a shit ton of damage to him. What else I want to bring? I think Calyrex looks good here in the back. I think I'll bring Chien-Pao here too, it looks pretty good. If you guys enjoying the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, really appreciate it. Keep on bringing you guys more Scarlet and Violet Regulation G and single 6v6 content going forward. He leads this. Like, one of these things has to be Sash. I think the Kilowattrel is probably Focus Sash, if I were to guess. It's usually the most common item on him. I'm going to Belly Drum here, though. I'm going to Belly Drum and I'm going to go full send YOLO. Turn 1. It might also just be like more of like a supportive Tailwind variant too, just kind of common. Maybe he's Wind Power. I don't know, running the Excadrill with no sand though is really weird. I haven't seen Excadrill without sand in a long time. And go boom here. Is he focus sash, and can I 1-hit KO the Excadrill from full, being resisted? See how powerful the Regieleki actually is. I get the double KO! This is what we need. This is what I needed. Okay, this is perfect. So I get a free belly drum now. Perfect. No sash either, I'm surprised. No focus sash, kilowatt or anything. And that actually 1-hit KO'd the Excadrill from full. Even being resisted, that's crazy. Didn't think that was gonna kill him. I get the free belly drum, perfect. Perfect turn 1. You could not ask for a better turn 1 here. Perfect. I think the only real problem here is now, though, is like, how much does the EISCUE actually outspeed? Like, what do I actually outspeed with this thing that before I actually get taken out myself? Because Meowscarada outspeeds me, and like a few other things on his team can probably outspeed me. So, like, it comes down to how much I can actually live and what I can actually outspeed and deal damage back to. I think I should go into Chien-Pao here. Kind of wish I brought Clefairy. I think Clefairy would have been a little bit better here, but I didn't think it was going to go this well. Lycanroc I can maybe outspeed. Maybe. And he's using a Gen Pokemon from Wonder Trade. Oh, gosh. Come on now, bud. Part of me actually kind of just wants to protect here to get the Lycanroc. Just take the Lycanroc out, but I'm just going to go full send here. I'm going to go Liquidation. I'm going to try to outspeed him. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. And then I'm going to Sucker Punch the Slowbro. That almost 1-hit KOs him. I outspeed the Lycanroc. Get out of here. Get one-shotted into oblivion. This is what this team is so fun to use. Like, this is why this team's great. When it actually goes this well, it is just so fucking fun to use. And now the EISCUE just gets the last kill of the game. I'm just going to protect here, and I'm going to let the EISCUE get the last kill. Take the KO, bro. Take the KO. So the Regieleki getting a double down on turn 1, and then the EISCUE proceeding to sweep the last 2 of his mons. If this is what you were here for, leave a like down below, because I don't think you're going to see this shit anywhere else. That was the perfect match, and everything worked out perfectly. Very rare. I have not had this team work out 100% like that well so far in all my matches I've did with this team. Round of applause to the EISCUE. When it works, it just destroys people, but you gotta try not to get outsped by a bunch of other stuff, and like everything has to go your way, but not even bad. That was like a legit, like a 5-minute match. That match lasted 3 turns. That's crazy. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here with the match. My opponent's running a full-on Trick Room team. That's going to be fun to go against. Indeedee, Torkoal, Rabsca. Was it Hatterene? I almost forgot the name of Hatterene. Ursaluna, Blood Moon, and Calyrex-Ice. So, part of me just actually want to lead with the Regieleki and just go boom turn 1. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Kind of a problem though, because usually most of the time if he has like Ursaluna, usually goes for Protect on the first turn. So that's kind of a problem. My opponent's also really weak to Calyrex, so like he's gonna bring some shit for Calyrex. I think what he brings here is he brings Indeedee, Ursaluna, his own Calyrex, and then I don't know, either Rabsca or like I think Torkoal is what he brings here. I'm gonna bring the EISCUE, I'm gonna bring the Regieleki lead, I'm gonna bring the Calyrex in the back, and then I'm gonna bring the Amoonguss in case he wants to go for Trick Room. That way I have something to outspeed a lot of his mons. That's what I do here. If he leads with the Ursaluna though, I don't know if I'm gonna go boom turn 1. I mean, I'm kind of forced to because I'm choice banded, so I can't really get around it, but just hoping he doesn't lead the Ursaluna. Could be a problem. I think for sure though, like choice banded Terra Normal Explosion one-shots Indeedee in like half his team, so maybe not like Calyrex, but most of his team probably falls over. This is perfect. This is perfect, that's fine. I think I just click boom here. I go boom. I don't know what the fuck Rapska wants to do to me. Like, what do you do to me, bud? I go boom here. I'm gonna belly drum. And then I'm gonna go Terra Normal, Explosion, and Explode turn 1. I do not want him setting up Trick Room either. It's the main thing. I need to keep the Trick Room away. Because otherwise he's going to be able to outspeed, just do a shit ton of damage to a lot of my stuff. But he has Protect! No! No, is he going for double Protect here? He has double Protect! So I explode and I destroy myself and I go down a Mon turn 1. He was prepared. He knew what this shit did. That's the problem with this team. That's one of the major flaws with this fucking team. A lot of people know what the Regieleki usually does, because most of the time if it's on a team, usually it explodes. And you can kind of tell which team it's going to explode on, because it's going to have like some gimmicky bullshit with like either a Zoroark or like some other shit it likes to explode alongside. Or usually it's just there more of a supportive, fast support mod with like Electro Web or like screens. It's pretty predictable what it really usually likes to do. I mean, I get a free belly drum here, though, which is pretty good. Like, the only shitty thing here now, though, is, like... I mean, I can go to the Calyrex. Calyrex is pretty good here. Like, Astral Barrage is still going to be doing a shit ton of damage, and, like, he's forced to go for Follow Me here. So I think I outspeed everything on his side, and I'm able to get, like, an easy KO here, unless he goes for, like, Terra. The only shitty thing is he has double Trick Room user here, though. So one of these things is probably going to be setting up Trick Room. So I'm actually just going to Ice Spinner here and actually get rid of the terrain. And then I'm just going to go for Astral Barrage on this first turn to try to get a 1 KO on something. I'm assuming he's like Terra Dark or Terra Normal Rapska. He has to be one of those. Because he needs to Trick Room, right? It's Terra Dark. My opponent has like everything in line. Like, he knows exactly what to do and he has like every single check to me. Everything he needs, he has. You could not have asked for like a better matchup into my team. Wow, that does nothing. That does nothing. The Trick Room's for sure going up. That doesn't even 1-hit KO him. EISCUE, you're so weak, bro. How do you not 1-hit KO the Indeedee at +6? You are so weak. How? There's the Trick Room. Now I have proceeded to get destroyed here. I think what I should do is get rid of the Rapska. I think the Rapska is actually more of a threat here. I think I get rid of that. He could just double protect here if he really wants to as well. I don't know what he has to really one-shot the Calyrex unless he has Terra Blast Dark. I wouldn't put it past him though, because he has had everything he needed already. He's probably running Terra Blast. I think what he really wants to do here is he wants to try to get the Revival Blessing off. That's what he really wants. Like, I can get a free +1 boost here with the Draining Kiss, which should get the KO. But, like, then he gets a free Revival Blessing off here on this next turn, which is the main problem. This is a really tough game. It's gonna go down to the wire. It comes down to what like he's running on his Calyrex and what his last mon is. Cause he's gonna get his Indeedee back for free here with the. He actually has this thing, so that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm just gonna go for a Ice Spinner here. I think I'm probably dead on this turn if I'm being real. I think what he does here is he just goes for Earthquake because he has Telepathy. So he goes for Revival Blessing here, and he could just Protect too, I guess, to get his Guts boost. But I think he just goes for Earthquake here to try to get rid of the EISCUE. I think that's what he does. Like, I'm not really set up enough to really do anything here anyways. I'm kind of forced to Protect here. You can withdraw. Okay, what are you going into now? Oh, he actually has the Hatterene. Okay. I wish I never Protected, though. If I would have went for Astral Barrage, that would have been huge. But this thing's going down. It's at +6. This thing should be going down on this turn. That's huge. I didn't expect to get a free KO on this turn. That's nice. Match is not done at all, though, because he still has, like, 3 turns of Trick Room left. Like, he can still just win here as well. I think he just spams Earthquake on this turn. Like, he has a Revival Blessing, so he can just revive whatever he really wants on this next turn. I could go for Protect here if I really wanted to. How many turns of Trick Room? He has 2 turns left. I have a Moongus in the back too, which ain't too bad here. I think Moongus probably gets 2-hit KO'd on the way in though. That's the main problem. I think the Moongus gets 2-hit KO'd. I'm actually going to Protect. I'm going to Protect the EISCUE here, and I'm actually going to switch the Calyrex out into the Moongus. And then on the last turn of Trick Room, I can force him to go for Protect. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to get his terrain back up, or he's going to revive something. I'm not sure which one, though. He never brought the Calyrex, which is really weird. He's actually Lepa Berry, so he's going to keep just fucking using Revival Blessing over and over. Earthquake, how much does this do to me? Probably a 2-hit KO if I were to guess. It's probably a 2-hit KO on me. Oh, that's way more than a 2-hit KO. It's like 70%. I'm in a bad spot here. I'm in a really bad spot. I'm forcing him to go for Protect on this turn because... Oh, either that or he switches out. He could also just switch out into the Hatterene, predicting a Spore here, which is something he could also do. I'm gonna go for Ice Spinner. I'm in a really shitty spot here. Like, I really am. I'm gonna Spore. I think he's gonna switch. He's gonna either Protect or switch, and he protects. So I think I just lose. I don't know how I win here. I don't think there's any way I win. I think what I should have maybe did is I could have went for Pollen Puff onto the EISCUE. But even then, like, I don't know if I survive an Earthquake from Fool. It's a fucking Ursaluna, like, with a Guts boost. I don't think I win this anymore. There's no way I win. I think I just surrender the game. There's no way I win. Isn't it like one of the prime examples with this team that I fucking hate going against? Just mainly because your opponent has, like, every single little thing they need to have, like, incredibly good matchup into you. And every fucking turn, they're pulling out all the stops to, like, check everything you're trying to do. And, like, you just can't do anything. You just lose based off of that. And especially when you're so far behind the match where you go for a Terra Normal Explosion turn 1, and you get absolutely 0 value out of it at all. And you waste your Terra on the first turn. It just makes the match so hard to win. This is a prime example of, like, what this team really struggles with. Like, I don't think there's any way I win here at all. There's no way I win. What he does here is he sets up Trick Room again, and then he just goes for, like, Facade, because there's no way I one-shot the Ursaluna, so there's no way I win. I'm just going to surrender and save you guys the time, because I got absolutely fucking bent over and fucked in this match. This guy just absolutely just screwed me into oblivion. That turn 1 double Protect there just fucked me into oblivion to where I was not able to pull the match back. And I was just so far behind. Like, everything I needed was just at such low health, or got, like, 2-hit KO'd by Ursaluna to where I just wasn't able to do anything. So. God, I hate going against them matches. I really hate Rapska, too. It's a really cool mon, but Revival Blessing, especially on, like, those type of teams with Rapska, that shit's so fucking broken. What they should do with Revival Blessing is they should actually make it so Lepa Berry does not restore the PP of Revival Blessing. I think that's one thing they need to change going into Generation 10 as well, because that is so fucking broken. Revival Blessing as ability is really, or like as a move is really cool, but being able to have it be used twice is beyond broken. That needs to go. At least in my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about Revival Blessing, but at the same time you could argue Revival Blessing is only on like 2 Pokemon, being Palmont and Rapska, at least currently, and I guess, I'm not sure, I don't think Smeargle is able to even sketch that move. So I guess 2 Pokemon naturally that are all, like, not really the greatest, so I don't know. I'm sure in Generation 10 it'll be on way more Pokemon though. It was just the first generation that move got introduced, so it'll be on a bunch of other stuff, I'm sure. Let's talk a little bit about this team. As for this team, if you guys want a really fun team, I think this is one of the more like funner teams I've used recently. It's really fun when it actually works, and I think that's the main problem with this team, especially like EISCUE overall, is like you really need it to actually work, and a lot of the matches you actually are going to be going into, it doesn't really work the greatest. This team is also really weak to like two of the best restricted that are being used currently, being Zacian Blade and Zamazenta. Both of those actually just really fucking destroy this team. Absolutely destroy this team out, especially Zamazenta. This team is incredibly weak to Zamazenta. I think the only thing you really have into Zamazenta is the Calyrex, but most of them are actually running Wide Guard, so then you only really have Draining Kiss, which is not good at all unless you like Nasty Plot up or have like 1 or 2 setup boosts from getting KOs. So if you guys are using this team, be prepared to go against Zacian Sword and Zamazenta, because those two mons absolutely just destroy this team. I think the one thing I would actually change with this team is I would actually get rid of the Chien-Pao, and I would either get rid of the Calyrex entirely. I think at least what I would do is I would throw, instead of Calyrex on this team, I'd throw like a Kyurem Black on this team, or Kyurem White, whichever the one. I think Kyurem Black's the one with the 170 special attack. I think Kyurem White, I think it's Kyurem White actually is the one that's special. I think the Kyurem Black's the physical variant. I think it's Kyurem White. I'd throw that onto this team instead of like the Calyrex. And then what I would do with the Chien-Pao is I would actually get rid of that for Alolan Ninetales. I think that'd make this team a lot better. At least that's just me personally, though. I think it just synergizes with the team overall a little better. At least the team I built around EISCUE on Showdown, I was actually running like, I think it was Scarf. Blizzard Spam, Kyurem White, I think is what I had, alongside like Ninetales, the EISCUE, which was pretty much the same set of EISCUE. And then I think I had like, I think it was Chiyu, Golden Go, and then I forgot what the other last mon was. So that's at least what I was running. Oh, it was Indeedee. Indeedee was the last one. That was the team I had on Showdown. Didn't really work enough to where it was consistent enough to where I wanted to build it in game, so I'd rather just feature this team for you guys. But if you guys do want an EISCUE team that I actually built, I do have a paste for a team. If you guys want to hit me up on Discord, link down below, and ask for the paste, I'll give that to you guys. I did build one on Showdown. I just don't think I'll be building it in game anytime soon, but really fun to use, especially this team. If you guys want to use it, rental code up in the corner. Like I said, it takes a lot to work, and it's also countered by a lot of like really common stuff as well, which is kind of shitty. Fake out's really common. This team doesn't like going against fake out at all. Ghost types, especially with the Regieleki, like full sending the Regieleki, which I think is another problem with this team. A lot of times you full send with the Regieleki, like you're forced to go Terra to like get a lot of the KOs. If you don't have the Terra boost, or sometimes you actually miss out on a KO with the explosion, even with the band. So like you're forced to Terra turn 1, and if it doesn't go your way, you kind of waste your Terra, and it puts you so far behind in the match. It was just something I also experienced with this team. I don't know. Overall, it's not a great team at all. It's just meant to be a fun team. I think if you guys want a really fun team to use with around EISCUE, probably one of the more funner teams to use. When it works, it's really fun to use. So maybe I'm just not the best at using it either, because I've only used it maybe like 6 or 7 matches, including my testing games. So maybe if I play the team a little bit more, I'd get a lot better at it, but I don't know. Maybe you guys are better. Try it out yourselves. If you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Apart from that, I'm Excadrill. I have a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss, so if you are new, subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Apart from that, I'm Excadrill. Peace out, everybody.